Okay, figured it out. Took me too long to figure it out. So basically, I had done what everyone was saying on the Help Necchi Facebook groups. You know, I had heated this up. Then I put kerosene, and then I put sewing oil. I flushed it. I moved it. I moved it. I moved it. I couldn't figure out what's going on. I went over to this parts machine, and I watched it. I watched carefully how it was moving everywhere. And I went over to this one here. That one I got these for free or something. I don't know. So basically, I noticed with this one didn't work either. Like this one, it wasn't engaging. So I looked, and it was, and I noticed that this thing here was touching there. So, because when you go like this, and I noticed that this lever wasn't popping out as far as on that machine and that machine. So I looked at it carefully and moved it around, tried to figure out what was controlling this from going this, you know, from swinging farther this way. I thought it was this, and I don't like to do any screws because, you know, with these old machines, it's just heat and oil and clean and heat and oil and clean. So I started to think maybe the tab on that one got bent or something, because I looked at how this met here and where it turned the revolutions and everything like that. So then I went here, and sure enough, this was loose. This was really loose because I went like this and I pushed it and it went in. So I tightened this, tightened that screw, didn't over tighten it. I dropped the feed dogs. And you can see when I drop the feed dogs how that moves. And then when I go this, pushing this lever this way makes it go back. It's supposed to raise the feed dogs back up. Well, it's in there. You didn't hear the click. Well, you didn't hear the click is nice. I may have, well, here. Okay, do you see it right here? Okay, here. No, it's far out. You probably hear it better this way. Far out. Push this down to push it back up here that way so it brings the feed dogs back up. Turning my hand wheel. There's your click. So that was it. So if you're doing I was doing everything for like 3 or 4 days, and it was, this screw was loose and this was pulled all the way here. I noticed on this machine there was a lot of, this was almost all the way out here, and in comparison to that machine it was a lot different. So I just like, well, what's going on? And then when I went to go look at this, I went like this and pushed this, and this was really loose. So I'm really excited. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna figure this out, but I did. So feed dogs down, and you can see that moving. Feed dogs back up, and now you should hear a click, and that's the click you want to hear. So there it is. I hope this helps somebody, because I didn't see any other post where, I mean, I had heated this, I had used Blue Creeper, I had used kerosene, I had used everything, you know, and then when I put the feed dogs down, this was, you always got to make sure that this was loose, and that was loose, so I couldn't figure out why it wasn't engaging when I went like this. Actually, it just went in there. Let me take it out. So if you go like that, let me move there it is, like that. And then when you press down, so that I couldn't figure that out. I thought maybe it was down here that wasn't giving this enough oomph right here. So I cleaned that out, oiled it, you know, kerosene oiled it. Okay, so it still wasn't doing anything. So now I'm gonna put them back up. And maybe this is a better view, and then you can hear it one more time. There you go. So if you oil this, get this all freed up, but it's still not working. Look at this. Here, I'll show you what that other machine doesn't do. Right here. So this is the machine that didn't work either. I'm gonna put it, this is a Mira, so it's a little bit different. So this is gonna go down. I'm gonna move the wheel. This one's a lot stiffer than that other one because I haven't worked on this one yet. Now I want to engage the feed dogs, right? So I go like this, and you can, when I do that, that pin, well, it's actually, it's opposite. Now it's out. It's opposite than the other one. Oh, I feel dumb. But here, watch. So now that's, there we go. Okay. So the feed dogs are down. This is a Mira, it's opposite. Now I want to raise the feed dogs back up. And that pops in there, and that little pin engages in here. Now, see where you didn't hear that pop and it's not going in? If you go like this, it goes in. So I couldn't figure that out. So this one is a little bit dirty. This right here, it's not loose. So this one I'm not too sure if it's gonna have the, I'm gonna be able to fix this one the same way, but I think I might be able, this one might work with just cleaning. But so like that. So feed dogs are feed dogs are down. This pops up. Now we want to engage the feed dogs. That pops in to a certain point. This one, I think the pin is, if you look at the pin, it should go down a little bit farther when it's all the way in. So the pin on this one might just need to be loosened. And then what? Like, so if you go like this, that's what a click in there. So I think this one is just the pin, and I'll do a follow-up video after I clean the pin out with this one. So feed dogs are down, and then do you see how this is very loose? It needs to be freed up. I've got one layer of kerosene in there. So now I want to re-engage the feed dogs. This is going to go down, and I'm going to turn the hand wheel. Okay, no. See where it's not quite popping enough. I'm pretty sure it's that pin there. I'm gonna it's the pin. So then, I mean, cause this up here, this isn't loose, and it's, the distance between the washer and here is pretty similar to the other two machines now. So if you go like this, you hear that click? Now the feed dogs are back up. And that's how far the pin goes in there. All right, now here's the good machine. And this is how I figured it out. This one worked. I got lucky. This one worked. So feed dogs are in. See that? The pin's all the way in. Now I want to lower the feed dogs. That pin pops out. And then also on the other machine, I noticed this distance. This here didn't, on my other, on the pink, the Espera, it was swinging way far too out. So I figured, well, I was thinking about what's stopping it, what's making it, and I was looking at down here, and then I finally realized up here, it's got to have to do something with that stop there that rests right there. Okay, now I want to raise the feed dogs back up. So you press this down, right like that. Now, listen for the click. I'm going to turn the wheel. There you go. Feed dogs are back up. All right, let's make sure that this one's going. I'm so happy. Okay, so feed dogs down. All right, feed dogs back and up. There we go. So, mine, usually it's this right here and this right here. It can be this right here. I'm thinking this is, the last thing, but this was loose and this was pulled pretty far back. I could see a lot of the slot. So I hope this helps somebody, because this took a long time for me to figure out. Let me know if it helps you. I hope it did.